With distinctive two-fingered claws, the remains of a previously unknown species of dinosaur suggest it looked like a bizarre mix of sloth, giraffe and cult movie hero Edward Scissorhands, according to new research. Paleontologists unearthed the fossil in Mongolia's Gobi Desert, and the find is unique because the sheath of one of the digits is intact. Made of keratin, the same material as fingernails, the sheath reveals that the claw itself was much longer than the underlying bones. It is the largest claw of its kind found fully preserved in this way. The dinosaur has been given the scientific name Duonychus Tsogtbaatari, in honor of Mongolian paleontologist Khishigjav Tsogtbaatar. The genus name Duonychus means two claws in Greek. This is by far the biggest claw preserved for a dinosaur that has that keratinous sheath on it. Duonychus Tsogtbaatari was part of an awkward-looking group of dinosaurs known as therizinosaurs, which were part of the theropod family that includes Tyrannosaurus rex. Therizinosaurs, however, were plant-eaters or omnivores, not apex predators. The newly discovered dinosaur stood about 10 feet, 3 meters, tall and would have weighed 573 pounds, 260 kilograms. It likely used its curved claws to reach vegetation, and it could have grasped branches up to 4 inches, 10 centimeters, in diameter. As well as two claws, the paleontologists also found fossilized parts of the prehistoric creature's backbone, tail, hips, arms and legs. The fossil was discovered by staff at Mongolia's Institute of Paleontology, part of the Mongolian Academy of Sciences, several years ago. Besides grasping, the two-fingered hands may have been used for display or as formidable weapons when needed. They weren't predators, but they could defend themselves with those claws. They were big and very sharp. The best comparison for the distinctive digits among living animals would be the claws of a sloth, used for hanging onto tree branches. The kind of preservation here, which is common to the vast majority of dinosaur-bearing formations, doesn't usually preserve keratin. So that's really important, as we know there's a pretty uncertain relationship between the keratin and the underlying bone. Most therizinosaurs had long claws to grab and manipulate plants, giving them this reputation as Edward Scissorhands dinosaurs. But this one is unique in having only 2 fingers on each of its giant arms, so they really do look like oversized tongs you might use when barbecuing. Only a few groups of dinosaurs had 2 fingers, most famously Tyrannosaurus rex, while single-fingered dinosaurs were even rarer. But whereas T. rex probably wasn't using its pathetic little arms for much, and definitely not for combat or subduing prey, these therizinosaurs were using them as an integral part of their feeding strategy. This is yet another example of a wonderful new dinosaur that we couldn't have dreamed ever existed if we didn't find its fossils.